So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. There is a very common saying that whom the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. What better illustration of this can exist than what is happening with self-acclaimed relationship therapist Blessing CEO. Blessing Nkiruka Okoro, simply known as Blessing CEO, is no stranger to controversies and drama. Matter of factly, her whole brand was birthed from it. Blessing is a single mother of 2 sons. She did get married quite early, I think around the age of 19. Sadly, the marriage ended up in divorce only a few years after it began. She listed emotional neglect and domestic violence as some of the reasons why the marriage did not work.
I got married at the age of 19. I came out at 21.
Came out of the marriage at 21.
Yes.
What happened?
Domestic violence. My ex asked me to the altar on my wedding day and blah, blah, blah.
On your wedding day?
Yes.
He beat you to the altar.
Before I collected ring, they gave me 2 slaps.
Aye.
My eyes were red. Tears were... And the annoying part was that when my eyes were red and it was time to exchange the ring, the way the pastor get to ask, will you take so-and-so person as your lawful husband? No. Tears just dropped down my eyes, and one of my aunts at the back door shouted, "Pray! Tears of joy!" I said, 4 days after the marriage, they took me to coma.
Inside honeymoon.
Which honeymoon?
No.
And when I was leaving that marriage, all I was telling to myself is, there's so much I know I can give. I just want to...
And then when she got out of the marriage, she began giving relationship and marriage advice on social media, talking about love, sex, marriage in general, mostly women issues, as well as reacting to controversial and trending topics. She calls herself a counselor and a relationship expert.
Over the years, as a certified relationship expert, I realized that a lot of people who actually need therapy are not on social media.
Now, before we proceed with this video, if you are new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. If you are yet to purchase a book, The Unbroken Spirit, now is the best time to. That book has a lot of content and context in it around relationships, marriages, abuse, how it starts, how it's enabled, how you contribute to it, and how it can be managed. It even gives several insights as to how to try repairing a bad but not damaged marriage. Of course, as I always say, it is not every furniture that goes bad that should be thrown away. Some can be mended. There is so much you're going to learn from that book. So scan this code to grab a copy, or you can just click down below to purchase, or send us a book to info@nezeville.com. It's what you read. Let's go on with this video. Blessing's first major controversy happened sometime in 2019, the infamous house ownership scandal. Now, you will recall that on that fateful day, Blessing had taken to Instagram to announce that she had just acquired the mansion, sharing photographs and videos of this huge luxury home on the island of Lagos State. She penned a long motivational speech celebrating her new achievement. Well, it turned out that the home wasn't hers. And then, although social media was not as big as it is today, somehow still, that post got to both the eyes and the ears of the real owner, the original owner, a diaspora Nigerian man based in, was it China or so, called Onyeze. Now, Mazi Onyeze did not take that impersonation lightly. He didn't take that rough play lightly. He got Blessing arrested and disgraced. Remember that very shameful video where she was handcuffed and made to sit on the floor like a petty thief, like a common criminal, pleading, crying, apologizing, and admitting that her claims of owning that property was indeed false.
Raise your face up.
Daddy Biko, please.
Let me call you back later. We are busy, please. Say that this house does not belong to you.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
This house does not belong to me.
Who does this house belong
Onyeze.
to? Onyeze who?
Yes. Onyeze China.
Onyeze Nachinko. What did you do that made them to ask you to say the owner of the house?
I recently came here to take a picture.
You recently came in here to take a picture.
Yes, sir.
A picture of Onyeze, Abi? A picture of Onyeze. A picture of Onyeze's house.
Yes.
That incident came and went. Now, a public disgrace that big will normally push someone into silence or withdrawal. But Blessing CEO did the exact opposite. Instead of coiling into shame, she leaned fully into the embarrassment, branding disgrace and reshaping her whole identity around controversy. So she embraced public shame like it was going out of fashion, monetized the act of being notorious, converted stigma into attention, which is the new currency. She adopted insults and backlash as her engagement tools.
There's a motivation. If the market is not calling, I won't be moving. I probably would have
Just stay there, turn something.
I chose controversy as a strategy. So I chose controversy. I chose to be loud. So that loudness is just for come and hear me or come and hear me. It takes a depth person.
Yeah.
People come to my office and like, wow,
Yeah.
you're this intelligent. I'm like, it's a cover.
And she did find her crowd. Oh yes, it worked for her, because her relevance was maintained. Her online visibility increased. Her follower count grew, and that attention, whether it was good or bad, converted into fame and, of course, income.
If we are given opportunity to knock any celebrity now, who would that celebrity be? Real knocking on the bed.
I think I'm going to have two people. Can I just take two?
To some.
Two, not like two some, but
Okay.
two.
Who and who?
First of all, it's going to be Burna Boy.
I want to knock Burna Boy.
I like him so much, and I like the whole vibes and all that.
But can you get married to him?
Yes, I like crazy men.
So for Blessing, it was from one controversy to another. From publicly defending and promoting the BBL surgery, the very controversial BBL surgery.
I'm not going to lie, like Nyash sells. What? Forget the noise. They like it. You know, we are hypocrites in this part of the world. I keep saying it. You know, when I wanted to do the lipo, there's something one of my friends told me, babe, by the time you do this lipo, you'll be shocked. So when I even did the lipo, I wasn't even so buoyant because I had invested my money in the project I was doing.
Yeah.
But after the lipo, doors open. The doors that open is not like I've not even started doing anything, because after lipo you have to heal.
Yes.
But it came with favor. It came with blessing.
It will
The
be
yash is not even that
with
big. It's
favor.
even more rare.
Even going as far as filming and releasing clips of herself undergoing the procedure, to loudly coming out to publicly side with actor Yul Edochie's concubine, Chukwualovukam Judy Austin, after she took to social media to dance and jubilate a few days after the legal wife of the man she columbied lost her son. I have a very big girl though, who is always by my side. A very big girl though, by my side, by my side. Winner, oh, winner, winner, oh, winner. Hi, chai. She, if I talk now, you people will say there's a Ibiakwa. You have started. Can you see the kinds of people who are supporters of Chukwualovukam? Always people of questionable characters. Nducho. In the Ikuwa, Gula, side chicks, woman beaters, cheats, and Blessing CEO. Chikalan, this is marine worshipper, and the likes. You know, you can never find a properly married lady, a man who treats his wife well, or a true decent daughter of Zion in the clique. It is always, you know. So this thing that they say that birds of a feather flock together, not true. Hey. Now, wow, as you call it, I'm saying, evidence full ground. I am just saying, I'm just quoting. Back to the story, Ojari. So, wherever there was that, you know, that off outlying opinion that would generate buzz, trigger people, and get emotions flared, that is exactly where you would find Blessing Nwa Okoro in. And then came the heartbreaking, stomach-churning case of IVD and the late Bimbo. We all know that story. We have a full documentary on that story right here on this channel. Whenever you want to search if I have covered the story, just go. You see, we need to be internet savvy. There's no excuse for Neze. Please give me the link. Just go to that search button up there on YouTube and search Nezeville, IVD and Bimbo, Nezeville, Yul Edochie, Nezeville, Vicky James. Just search it, you'll see the videos that we made about it. So we have a full documentary on that IVD story right on the channel. And that story shocked even the devil. It was and still remains one of the most talked about domestic violence, or should we say toxic marriage cases in Nigeria, because of how it began and of course how it ended. So that relationship between Ikechukwu IVD and his late wife Bimbo, which started when Bimbo ran away from home as a teenager into the arms of a street guy, Ikechukwu, whom she had forsaken her education, her whole family, her life, everything to help build his success and build his family, bear him children, including as far as selling her soul to diabolic places for his success. And when things started looking good for him, the marriage became plagued with different orishi of problems, from frequent domestic disputes, physical abuse, constant infidelity, repeated separation and reconciliation, emotional distress, in-laws fights, drug use and abuse. There is nothing bad in this life that didn't happen in Bimbo and Ikechukwu's marriage. Watch that video. There is so much to learn about it. So those incessant, never-ending conflicts eventually led to a fire incident in their home that claimed Bimbo's life. And while the wound was so fresh, while the world was in shock, while Bimbo's family were thrown into severe mourning, Blessing CEO jumps to social media in the most cruel, distasteful, and soulless fashion to drag the dead woman. A woman who died tragically, leaving 5 young children behind. Blessing neither showed any humanity, empathy, nor conscience. Kai, what didn't she say? What didn't come out of Blessing CEO's mouth? That the woman wanted to die? Oh yes, Bimbo wanted to die. They didn't tie her there. They didn't beg her to stay in the marriage.
But this is the fact. Bimbo have always wanted to die.
Hey!
From the beginning of the story, yes. She has always wanted to die. But the fact is that maybe she wants to take the man along with her. Yes, there's a point of your life whereby...
In another video, she was like, she doesn't drag men. If she wants a man, she will kill off his wife and take the man.
Husband snatcher. I don't snatch husband. Instead of me to snatch your husband, I will put you 6 feet and collect him. Mwogi. No, I don't drag. I don't fight for person husband. The earth will take you and I will collect the man. I don't know how to be. I can't even be sharing man with you. I don't share men. I'm not that kind of woman that, oh, you are sleeping with me. I carry that your husband. If I want your husband, I will take him. I am that bold. I'm not all those girls that want your husband and be hiding. Me and you go battle pricky. And trust me, I go bury you, collector. I mean, I know Sabi drag. I collect. I'm a collector. I dominate.
Unbelievable things that shouldn't come out of somebody's mouth. Blessing will later disclose by herself that she had begun having sex with the late woman's husband only a few weeks after the woman died. A woman who didn't die from natural causes. Ha!
Suspect is always for me how to get, but I fucked her before I came to our office. Suspect that has broken up 1 million at one time and always comes back for my gula.
Which is Gola? Which one's Gola I can buy with money?
And then Blessing and IVD began dating and came full blast with the PDA on social media. Kissing, smooching, rubbing, butt grabbing openly within the first year, the same year of Bimbo's death. And she would take to social media to grant interviews on how sweet the man's John Bosco is.
IVD talk, I remember now. I know a lot of you want to be curious. What's up the other side? For me to come and announce a man on social media, you think he will not be good in the other side? Are you serious? For me to come and announce a man, you think he will not be? Why are you telling me? You for me to come and say, oh, you think he will not be good in the? You will leave me alone, no? Leave me. Everything is on point. Everything is 10 over 10 over 10. Somebody say Blessing is in love. I'm in love.
This IVD of a guy was a guy's girl. IVD is one man that every girl wants. Lucky girls know. Every girl, like, not be cho. It's just when a man has issues, you'll be like, say, if IVD calls for a bride, I used to call him the most handsome, richest widower, youngest widower. Like, what are you saying? Like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
And their favorite sex positions and all sorts of things. Even when the man was still under criminal, not just investigation, criminal prosecution for the manslaughter of his wife.
Can you tell us your best position in bed? Like, do you know how to choke? Like, can you choke? Choke me. Choke me. Let's choke. IVD. Or G for life.
And the right thinking people were like, things they really sup for this life for. About 2 weeks ago, on the 18th of March, 2026, of course, Blessing CEO took to social media to make this post about this man, this IVD man. She said, I have never wanted anyone to succeed as much as I want you to, and you will. I have come to love you more than even myself, and it scares the shit out of me. Maybe because I saw all the pain and shame. I witnessed the disgrace, and I want the grace so bad. I pray for you every day, but I pray I witness the success too, because my biggest flaws is grooming men to succeed, but I am never there to enjoy. Ikechukwu Dari Ogbonna. Let the universe bless you again. Luck will shine on you again. I stand as that gap to say, Baba God, show us mercy. IVD will be bigger than he ever was. I had to drop this here to tell the world that I am your #1 fan. I pray for you every day, my boo-boo love. Everything you wrote on that jotter will come to pass. Okay, and then 1 week, exactly 7 days after this post, this prosperity wishing post by Blessing, she released a dramatically teary video of herself, revealing that she has stage 4 breast cancer, while attaching her account number and bank details, soliciting for public contribution, that she is dying.
I'm so scared.
Next thing we saw on her Instagram page was she announcing that she is now auctioning all of her wigs. As per dying cancer patients now, she doesn't have need for human hair. And then come and see Nigerians in their numbers. Some connecting her to NSPP, and what God cannot do does not exist. Daddy Freeze's wife was in the comment section firing prayers. Some were begging her to open GoFundMe for their donations to start coming in. Thousands of comments. We would get through this. Take shower, chop in the last thing in the evening. Chew 5 bitter cola. First thing in the morning. Eat 10 mango guava seeds in the middle of the afternoon. Advice. Choke. What was quickly followed was Blessing releasing a video of her hair supposedly falling off. And then quickly followed by another video showing her shaving her whole hair as per cancer patients, right? The sympathies and the prayers were rolling in. The monetary contributions were pouring in their numbers. She was realizing a lot of funds. And then she began releasing more and more videos crying about her health situation and her dying.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I will definitely be fine. I know I'm going to be fine. I will be fine. I will be fine. I will be fine.
But while this went on, some critical thinkers began asking pertinent questions, that further revealed cracks in this cancer story. First and foremost, they were like, where is the evidence? Yes, we empathize with you. We are very sorry if this is true, but where is the evidence? Where is the diagnosis? Where is the proof? You are soliciting public funds, so you owe the public some accountability. You cannot just verbally say something without any evidence and you expect to generate money from the public. No. Show us some medical reports, something that we can hold on to. The next thing that raised eyebrows and raised, questions was a few days after publishing this cancer reveal video. Remember that even a few days before publishing it, she was doing her normal adverts, living her normal life, posting on social media. But a few days after publishing that cancer story, Blessing shot a perfectly healthy video talking about other people's marital status and other people's lives.
What is going on? The way marriages are crumbling today is very, very scary. Bam Bam and Teddy A, Simi and Adekole Gold, Anita Joseph and her husband Fish, and a lot of people I don't even remember to mention. What happened? What happened to the lovey-dovey couple? What happened? Where did you guys get it all wrong? Is it lack of communication? What went wrong in the marriage? Because
now it wasn't an old video, because what she said was a bit recent. What she said in that video was recent. And yes, though people expect and understand that people who are suffering from health challenges do not automatically go to their graves the same day. They try to, live life as much as possible, but that is not typical. That is not a typical video for someone dealing with stage 4 cancer. That is not a video, a topic that someone with that health crisis will be concerned about, who is divorced and who is not divorced. So that was another red flag to the whole thing. Thirdly, there was a medical diagnosis, a report that was making the rounds. And although some people may say, oh, it didn't emanate from Blessing's page, she didn't publish it on her page, it is still important to note that she didn't deny it either. She leaned into it. But upon closer scrutiny on this medical report, it seemed like the font size and the alignment, the text alignment, differed from the rest in that report, in the writings of that report. And when the online FBI took a step further and called the phone number on that medical report, the hospital's number, a Hausa man in the north that could not compose a simple sentence in English picked the call. Would you believe dear brethren, that the family of the original owner of the reports eventually voiced out on the fraud, issuing Blessing a legal notice to come out and explain. Let's take a look at the content of that letter. Letter of demand. We act as solicitors to Mrs. Mbare Deborah, trading under the name and style of Zazie Beauty Place. She was once diagnosed of breast cancer, but has been healed of it. After you informed her that you had been diagnosed of breast cancer, our client, as per your request and in a bid to encourage you, sent you results of the test she carried out. You, Blessing CEO, altered the sent results and inserted your name, using same to solicit for public funds from Nigerians. We write as follows: we respectfully implore you to provide a public clarification regarding the alteration of a medical report reportedly claimed as yours, which was utilized to solicit funds from benevolent individuals. In the interest of transparency and fairness, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. First and foremost, legally speaking, this is forgery. It is a criminal offense that comes with plenty years of imprisonment. But let's go on. So you can see that the family is saying that that report was sent to Blessing directly by a cancer survivor, just to encourage her, in solidarity. And that Blessing caused that report to be altered and inserted her name and gave it to people to circulate on social media. Also, another thing that raised red flags is what I can term the medical inconsistencies. There was no mammogram. She went straight to, according to her, to biopsy.
They will not just jump into biopsy. Did you have any imaging tests prior to this biopsy?
The biopsy, when they asked you for it, I think they brought out something. I don't know.
They inserted what? Where?
I don't know what it is.
It's in your body that they are inserting.
Even when she had not been scheduled for any surgery or there was no evidence of getting chemotherapy or anything, questions were asked as to, so these funds being solicited for was for what aim, to what end? And Blessing couldn't respond properly.
First of all, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, so if you don't know what to expect, why are you asking for money?
I need money for the surgery. Like, it was exaggerated.
It's not been concluded yet. That's what she's trying to say.
Exactly.
And that's the reason why I am having this conversation. Because like I said, the whole thing is, it's until these conversations we are having, I'm clueless. And that was the reason why I didn't put a specific amount to the public. I didn't say I needed 1 million, 2 million, 3 million.
Worst of all, Blessing didn't quite know the stage of her cancer, which was very suspicious to a lot of people.
So she made a mistake about the staging.
I don't know the staging. Maybe that's why I said, let me get it clear so that I can be able to defend whatever I'm saying, Let's not give an exaggeration and all that stuff.
Listen, if you've had an inconvenience, a medical inconvenience as little as bad acne, you will know which one is glycolic acid, which one is metamosis acid, which one is benazocin, all those nomenclature that surrounds what you suffer, you will know. If you have diabetes, you will know all the medical information about that sickness you are suffering. Even those who are not the ones even suffering the illness directly, those that maybe have a spouse or a parent or someone they love, you find yourself immersed in research, not to talk about having a disease as serious as cancer. And you do not know what tests you did. You do not know the terminology used around an ailment that you are dying from. You do not know how severe it is or what stage you are in.
Co-consultants, what do they call them? Is it neurologist or, because most times from the results you might not be able to understand the medical term.
an educated graduate, an enlightened, exposed person, a social media savvy individual with all the tools like Blessing CEO, a lot of people found it absurd and incredible. And for these reasons, and even a lot more, many people did not believe Blessing's cancer story. They felt that this is another Onyeze scam, and she and her boyfriend are broke. She is trying to scam the public to raise funds for her and her boyfriend. What are your thoughts? Now, it is important to add that Blessing has not given a reasonable response to these inconsistencies raised. Rather, she has turned off all comments. She has turned off comments on her social media platforms. So let us get your thoughts down in the comments section. Do you believe that this is true, that Blessing is actually suffering from stage 4 breast cancer? Or are you of the opinion that this is just a scheme? These are lies in her usual pattern of controversies. Well, cancer is like pregnancy in a negative way, right? Cancer is like pregnancy. I mean it in the sense that it cannot hide, not for long. If it is there, it will eventually show. So on this one, I believe that we will see the end of it. And as things progress and things unfold, you can be sure that I will let us know. Let us drop our thoughts down in the comments section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you're watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Oh yeah, take out a second. 1, 2, 3, let's take out 3 seconds. Hit the subscribe button down there, turn on your bell notification, so as soon as I post, you get the alert, you get the notification and you watch the video. And stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to grab a copy of our book, The Unbroken Spirit. I am getting all the feedback, all the reviews, the beautiful reviews from those who have read the book. I am very grateful to you guys. Do not miss out on all the knowledge that we spilled there. Scan this code to buy one, or you can click on the link or send us a mail to info@nezaville.com. I'll see you guys in our next one. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezaville. Bye-bye.